everyone. I'm here to tell you my story. It's taking me a very long time to come to this point. I look at myself in the mirror and I think like, wow, you've always been such a perfectionist and in control, and how could this have happened to me? So, long story short, I graduated from medical school in 2014. I graduated in the top 3 of my class. I went on to residency in Abington, Pennsylvania, which was hard. The first 2 years, like I'm talking like 100 hours a week. Still always believed in like exercise as medicine, so I would wake up at 3:20 to do 40 minutes of like cardio just to go into the workday at 5:30, and there was a lot of like ups and downs, right? Like residency's hard. Long story short, again, my husband was living in a completely different place, New Jersey. I was in Pennsylvania, so I transferred residencies and graduated my residency program in 2018. Again, residency, it was like probably the worst time of my life, like the worst. And sometimes you question, like, did I even choose the right specialty? I don't know. But I have to tell you this story because I went into medical school to help people, and that's all I've done. So I graduated residency. I worked for a super busy practice for 3.5 years. I think I made a lot of people happy, but I had to leave because I wanted time with my family, and I had 2 young kids, like a newborn and a 3-year-old, 2.5-year-old, and so with my restrictive covenant, I decided to work for a different practice down south, and this is Community Medical Center, which is a Robert Wood Johnson healthcare system, and I took on a role of a physician to oversee midwives, and it was fun, and not that I wouldn't regret it, but we were the only physicians that actually oversaw midwives in my group. The other 3 practices were small, and they did their own private deliveries. Long story short, again, I managed a lot of complications without any actual complications. And somebody in the Department of Obstetrics decided that I was not aggressive enough with one of my complicated patients, and so she placed me on a focused professional privilege leave evaluation, and completely uncalled for. I managed that case with the department chair. I will name his name later. But yeah, I was all of a sudden like scrutinized for the way I practiced medicine. And with my contract at the hospital, I wasn't allowed to like fulfill their request of being proctored for 5 postpartum hemorrhages. I mean, how do you even get proctored in emergencies? I mean, I guess you do it during residency, but so it took me a long time, a lot of money, lawyers, And at the conclusion of the day, the hospital system won. And I was just left like as a doctor that couldn't really practice anymore because now I have to answer yes to one of those questions. So I went to apply for my recertification, for my board certification, which I studied so hard for. I earned so well, and now I'm not even allowed to reapply for my continuing education for my board certification. Leave me your thoughts.